Hi everyone. We are doing yet another exciting live session today, and as you know, with Curlvana, we're on a journey to tackle all your curly hair questions one live session at a time. So we're super excited to do this again, and a very happy New Year to everyone. We're feeling so good about this year because I'm sure that a lot of curly heads would finally accept their curls and the different things to learn and explore. So yeah, and also we just got verified yesterday, so that's been fun, and it's been a good month for us for sure, and we really hope it's been the same for you too. So I have to introduce myself to. I'm actually Mahima and I work with Curlvana, and it's been a pleasure to host these live sessions as I have learned so much from each session, and the questions has been so insightful, and that's what we are here for, to learn and to grow together, and that's the best part about it. And a little bit about the topic. So today we'll be discussing what are the curl care routines for busy bees, as in people with hectic work life, for moms who are juggling between the house, the chores, and also their work, and the kids. So this question is actually quite interesting because a lot of people do not want to embrace their curls because they're just like, we don't have time for it. And that's why today we have an amazing expert, someone who has inspired mums and curl heads out there, Genia, and we are so excited to learn from her. So I'm just gonna add her to the live session right now, and we're super excited. Any second now, and this, I think today's live session is going to be quite different because, oh, she's here.
Hi, Mahima. How are you?
Hello.
I'm good.
I'm good, Gina. How
Please.
are you?
Okay. Yeah, am I audible?
We, yeah, you are audible, and your girls
Thank you.
are
Thank you
looking
so much.
fantastic too. So there's,
And I have not applied gel. This is my day 3 curls, by the
so
way.
I was. So what's the secret? Please
Uh,
spill
no,
it.
I think it's after a point, when you follow a proper routine, your curls, your hair kind of become very
Yeah.
healthy. So on days, even if you don't apply any gel, or even if
Yeah.
you skip a leave-in conditioner or a curl cream, your hair is still moisturized. I think moisture is the secret. So you need to keep your hair moisturized as much as you can,
Okay.
and it will not happen, I think, overnight. But you need to follow a routine for years. I've been doing this for like 4 years now. So that's even after I have colored my curls, and they used to be purple, but I kept this thing in mind that I have to keep them moisturized. So maybe that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually was a big fan of your
I
purple
know.
curls because
I
colors
miss it
look so
now.
good on curls, and like it was,
Yes.
and they also look quite
Yes,
healthy
they are. They are.
despite
I
being
am
colored.
very
Yeah.
proud of it, and I always keep on telling people that even if I do color my hair, they are still healthy.
Yeah, and that's why we're very excited to learn from you today. So, Genia, before we
Mm.
go into the discussion, I wanted you to like give us a brief idea about your curly hair
All right.
journey,
Also, it was like
like.
any other, girly girl who suffered from a lot of dryness, frizzy hair, and lot many other stuff. I remember posting about my hair in a mom group, and somebody suggested me about the curly girl method back then in 2017. I then kind of
Hmm,
started reading up more and more. I joined couple of groups. I
hmm,
tried to Google. Google is the answer to all your queries. And then I realized that acha, there's something like this where you have to incorporate a curl cream, a gel, you need to
hmm,
scrunch. There's something called
yeah.
plopping. So slowly, the more I tried to understand and read, and then I invested in few products. And that's it. And it's been now 4 years. I started my journey in December 2017. And we are at Jan 2023. I unlearned so many things. I started following so many creators as well. Initially, I used to follow so many people on YouTube, and then the Instagram thing happened. I started following creators on Instagram, and then now I have a pretty good understanding of what my curls need and what products will work for my curls. So yeah, it's a very random journey. I'll say everybody must have been through it. You suffer from frizzy hair, you get your hair straightened, and somebody tells you about the curly girl method, and then you start following, and then you realize that, oh my god, ये पहले क्यों नहीं मुझे पता चला? So it's like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very true. And a lot of time, like when I meet like fellow curl heads who have not embraced their curls hair because their hair is frizzy, and I'm like, maybe you should follow the routine. They always say, no, it takes too much time. It is too much. And I think that's why today's
Exactly.
discussion is going to be so fun because, we like you can tell us about like how like people who are on the go can actually incorporate
I
curl care routine
understand.
and
So
not
this
get
happens
overwhelmed.
many a times with many people whom I interact on from my page, and actually it's true. Partly I'll blame the many other people who kind of complicate the things, and partly I'll also blame uh, you know our own self, that we have a very closed mind. So if you want to start your curly hair journey, number one, you need to have a very open mind. Okay, you need to understand, you need to step beyond your routine of a simple shampoo and a conditioner. Until unless you don't do that, unfortunately you won't be able to receive so many information and kind of understand them. Number one. Number two, I feel like when I started my journey, I was a stay-at-home mom, and my kids used to go to school, so I had that time in the morning to kind of experiment with products. And then I started following all the routines, all the techniques, all the steps. I used to incorporate even a leave-in, then a curl trim gel. I used to flip my head upside down. But then sometimes I felt that what if I go somewhere, let's say I'm traveling, or let's say I'm going to attend a wedding, or I'm going to my in-laws place. I cannot afford to spend 1 hour in a shower. Neither I can afford to then again spend time air drying. So there has to be something easier, something simpler, because this is not a feasible thing to do on a daily basis. I had time when I was home, my kids went to school, so I had that time. But I'm sure people who were working back then, it's not feasible for them. With time, I slowly started to understand and experiment how I can simplify it. Now I am also a working mom. It's been now almost 1.5 hours since years, 1.5 years since I'm also coming to office. So I realized that actually you can simplify your process. It's just that there's so much of information on the internet that people just get overwhelmed at the very first place, and they kind of take a back step कि नहीं यार हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा, ये बहुत complicated है. But the truth is it's not actually complicated. If you want, you can have a quick wash day of 10 minutes, and if you use the right products, if you moisturize your hair the right way, you can keep your curls will last for good 3 to 4 days. So you can actually spend 15 minutes in the shower twice a week, and you'll get your desired result. And I think twice a week is you can spend 15 minutes in the shower twice a week. This is something that you can. And if you come and tell me itna bhi nahi ho payega, then I can't help you. Sorry. Yeah, you can. And also it
like
normal, and also it
normal,
depends on the length of the
yeah.
hair. Like people who have very long hair, let's say knee length, they might take some extra time. So that is something in personal choice. What is the length you should maintain? With my hair length, I don't know whether you can see or not, I take 15 minutes on a wash day. I'm not calculating the drying time, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, drying I think takes forever. Like even my hair is drying right now, and I'm just sitting and waiting for God to like work its
Yeah,
magic.
during summers, I think it takes 1.5 hours.
By 8.
Winters, yeah, it takes some time. So that's where
Yeah.
diffuser comes very handy that time. And I recommend people to use heat also. I do not, I'll be very honest, I actually don't follow the hardcore curly girl method. I also did a very detailed post on it. I do not follow the curly girl method, to be very honest. I now follow a curly hair routine which has suited my hair needs and my hair goals. My hair goals is I want to, I don't mind washing my hair 3 times a week. I have that time. But yeah, my goals are currently 3 दिन तक चल जाए, I'm more than happy. So I kind of plan my wash day accordingly so that at least they last for good 3 to 4 days.
And that sounds perfect
Yeah,
because you can just wake
just
up the next
yeah,
morning
just
and
fluff
then
your
you'll
and
be
head to
looking
work. You
fantastic.
don't have to,
And
because
just,
I always tell people
yeah,
that this is do not kind of you should not revolve around your curly hair routine. You have a life. This is not a very important part of your life. You have, it's like as a mom, mother, I have so many other things to do, and also I like to spend time with myself. So I always tell people that do not kind of
yeah,
think about it. It's okay. And even if your hair is frizzy, it's totally
yeah,
fine, because after all, you got curly hair, and curly hair will get frizzy no matter what you do. So people are so much into कि नहीं मुझे frizz नहीं चाहिए, मुझे define चाहिए. So पहले तो you have to come out from all these
mm,
inhibitions and all these myth, and only
yeah.
then you can start a proper routine and focus on hair health, and not only how your curls shall look on a vacation or on a wedding, or when you go out, when you step out.
Mm.
Hmm.
So, Genia, like, I firstly wanted to congratulate you about your brand. Unblocked by Jenny is awesome, and I've also like seen that you've been educating
Yes.
curl heads for such a long time. You're an entrepreneur, you're a mom, you are. I mean, how are you managing all of this, like taking care of the kids and like working? I think that like your tips can be very inspiring to people because it's
I understand. So,
it's so much more.
if you want to understand the curly hair routine, how I'm doing it right now, especially keeping in mind that I know now I go for a full time work from 10 to 6. Sometimes it's 9:30 to
Yeah.
5:30. So what I do, first of all, I wash my hair at night during summers mostly. So I get that time. So my kids go off to sleep by 9:30 types. So
Yeah.
I get that 9:30 to 12:30 is like my time. I sleep kind of at 1 a.m. or maximum 1.
Mm,
I don't go beyond that. So summers,
mm,
it's easier for me when my kids go off to
mm.
sleep. I take shower. That's a time when I do all my content shoot as well, because it's pin drop silence, and I able to
Okay.
manage that time. So that's one thing which has helped for me again. But again, there are people who say that they have sinus issue, and they need to kind of, they can't take shower at night. I totally understand.
Mm.
So for them, you need to
Yeah.
get up little early. I'm not a morning person, so I do everything at night. So that's one thing I managed to do. And as I said, that I try to
Yeah.
have a very elaborate wash day, so that my curls last for good 3 to 4 days, that I don't have to worry about them. And number three is, even at work, I try to protect my curls. So let's say I'm sitting in this chair, I usually there is a satin scarf wrapped around this chair, so that my curls don't get disrupted. And I keep my hair in a bun most of the time, even if I'm working at home, or even if I'm at work. I keep them in a bun, so that they are not disturbed, and they retain the curl pattern. And at night also, I sleep on a satin bonnet, satin pillowcase. But again, I'll come back to the same old point, that I keep my hair moisturized as much as I can. So I use conditioner. I keep the conditioner on for at least 5 minutes. I use a heavy cream or a leave-in conditioner, so that my curl, and then I lock the moisture with a gel. So these are the four basic tips which I follow, which has been helping me in this little busy schedule of mine these days. But yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't worry much about it. Even if on days I don't want to take shower, I don't take. I don't want to wash my hair. I don't wash my hair, because again, my
Yeah.
meetings are more important, or my family is more important than my curls. So I just take it slow. But since I really love the way my curls look,
Yeah.
I like to give some time to it, at least 10 to 15 minutes a day, be it scalp massage, or be it just applying a little bit of oil on the ends. So yeah, at the end of the day, it matters what. If you love it, then I'm sure you will take out some time for it and take care of it. So I love my curls. I love my textured hair. So yeah, I
Yeah.
do it.
That's lovely. That's such an interesting perspective because you're literally like
Yeah,
telling people that don't get
no,
overwhelmed, don't get scared. Like just take it as it goes, and
exactly.
that's the important part. And I think this is yeah, I think that's the way to go. Like especially again, you were saying there's so much information out there, right? You just get so confused. Like some people will say do this, the other people will say that if you do this, your curves will get disrupted. So you
I
should
tell
just do
I
what your
tell people
hair
that follow
likes and
everything you
like
see on the internet. Until unless you follow it, you will not know whether it will work for you. So follow everything
yeah,
you see on the internet, and then monitor the results, and then you can just filter it कि इसमें से मेरे लिए क्या helpful है. uh, Whatever I am teaching people right now, I also have learned from other people, watching the internet, watching YouTube videos. So what I did was I tried to capture everything I saw, and I tried to follow it on my own routine. And then I realized कि अच्छा नहीं, this technique is not for me, but this is something I can definitely try, because this is quick, this is easy. So I opted for the easier version of any thing I saw on the internet. And then when you are into it now, I think कभी कभी your own instinct also tells कि एक बार ये try करके देखते, क्या पता ये हमारे लिए काम आ जाए. So I did that as well, and it worked for me. So now it's been 4 years, so I know कि हाँ, एक simple routine can be done. And I have been talking about it lately on my page as well, because there are many people who are working. They leave for work at 7 o'clock, at 8 o'clock. They come home at 7:30. So technically, they don't have time in the morning also. They don't have time at night as well. So what should they do? So I have spoken about it as well. I have shared a lot of routines for different people with different time schedule, work-life balance and everything. So it's possible. At the end of the day, all I want to say that you actually can do a very quick and easy routine and get a good result as well.
Yeah, that's true. And we can definitely see you rocking your curls and like hustling in life. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
you're the living example of that. I wanted to ask, I mean, I've seen content, about your daughter. She's so cute. And, as like, it's really nice that you are raising her to be someone who is embracing her curls and, who's not seeing them as ugly, because when we were growing up,
The thing,
straight
yeah, I
hair
know,
was
I know.
beauty standard. Like, yeah. So, like, I mean, how has it been like for you to like raise a curl head as a routine, and like, how does she feel about her curls? How has that been different?
Right,
Because we all know the other side, that in school people used to call you Maggie, and like people used to be
right.
like, oh, jhadu wale baal hai. But what's the other side now? Like,
So I'll be
how are
honest,
you like
luckily, since I have
teaching
been following a
her
good
this?
routine on her, and she also gets some really good waves and curls, she is complimented. She's also known in her school for her curly hair. Sometimes I intentionally send her with open hair with a little bit of just semi bun, so that her curls kind of pop out. So she gets some really good compliment in the school as well. And then she'll tell people that, my mom is also curly. वो reels बनाती है curly बालों का Instagram में. She'll guide people, and she'll literally, there are times when she has actually asked her teachers कि अभी आप अपना मोबाइल खोलो, अभी Instagram में मम्मी को follow करो, something like that. So, so what I want to say is that since she has been appreciated for her curly hair in school, or at my house, at my relative's place, or in a wedding or any party, so she comes back home feeling happy about it. That no, so far she has not been bullied or made fun of. That's why I think she happily participates in all the reels we do, or if there are some video which I want to shoot with her, she happily participates, because she has always been complimented. She likes it. But again, being a kid, sometimes of course she gets a little irritated. She's like, "Itna der mujhe pani mein nahi rehna," and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, what I have felt that as a parent, you don't have to follow a very elaborate routine for a child, because ultimately they're a child, and they should not focus on how their curls should look. Like I tell my daughter that this is not something you should think about, because they are kids. They will play, they will roll on the floor, they'll pull. Like my kids fight and they pull each other's hair, and so so I'm like, yaar maine aaj hi gel lagaya hai, tumhare balon mein aaj hi kharam kar diya. So I keep her hair moisturized. I refresh her hair with a leave-in cream. I use the Curlvana, cream on her hair, on days when I don't want to, kind of wash it. I just make a half bun kind of a thing, not bun, but a small clutch clip, and I just spray some water. And so again, I keep her hair moisturized. So moisturized hair always look good. So curls retain. And I follow a very quick routine. I don't use gel on her unless there's a party and I really want her curls to last longer in the party. Apart from that, it's only a quick mild shampoo and a curl cream. I even don't sometimes skip conditioner. So since she gets compliment, she enjoys it. So we did not get that compliment. That's why we grew up hating our hair. But that's why I tell the parents that, just
Yeah.
involve her in the process. Let her take ownership of her own curls, and she will not come back to you telling कि मुझे अपने curls पसंद नहीं है, you know. So yeah, that's what worked for me.
That's such a good insight. Like you're teaching
Yeah,
her
yeah,
self-love
yeah.
at
In
the end of
fact,
the
with my
day.
boys as
That
well, I
uh,
follow very good hair routine for them. They have like short, straight hair, but I do follow a routine for them. I use a co-wash, I follow a mild shampoo, and of course, I end their routine with a serum. With I deep condition their hair. So all three kids, not only my daughter, just because she has curly hair, but also for my boys, because they also play out. They go for their sports activities, and their hair get dirty. So I follow a very good hair and skin routine for them. So now they are used to it. So they know that what to use and what not to use and how frequently to use, so that they know it.
so nice.
Yes,
They have
yes, they
like
know
they
their
know their
routine,
routine
everything,
now.
everything.
That that's great because I think also the fact that you're teaching boys, the fact that taking care of
Exactly,
yourself is not
exactly.
girly is also nice because otherwise they're like no,
No,
creams
no, no.
and
They are
all
very
of this is
particular
just for
about all these
women.
things.
This
So they
is
carry
good.
their
They
sunscreen when they go for their sports
then
class. They don't reapply because obviously their hands are dirty. I only tell them don't reapply, but they know that the basic moisture thing, face wash, cleansing,
that
shampoo, they know all the thing. And I think it's I think it's basic hygiene. It comes under hygiene, I guess. It's
yeah.
nothing something gender related. I just tell them that ये basic hygiene है. You are just the way you take shower, you have to wash your face, you have to wash
Mm,
your hair, and
yeah,
a person who is
yeah.
hygienic will follow it, and if you're not hygienic, that means you don't want to follow it. That's so it's as simple as that.
And
Hmm.
like just like for them all the moms out there, so your messages keep like your like kids curly routine very simple and just apply
Exactly,
products that
exactly.
work for them.
So
And
what I tell
yeah,
people, that many people come
and
back,
like
one of the major problem people face is that since they don't keep, they have this apprehension towards conditioner. Forget about leave-in and curl cream. So even if I tell them you need to apply
hmm,
conditioner, she's too young for a conditioner. I said there is no definition for that, because if you're applying Johnson and Johnson's baby cream on your child's face, skin and body, then why are you so apprehensive about a conditioner? Just like a body needs a cream, a
hmm,
moisturizer, the hair also needs a moisturizer. The main problem starts from there. And then I tell them that's why your child cries when you try to comb their hair, because they're very dry, and dry hair will obviously be very painful. I said कि आप एक बार कंडीशनर लगा के and then come back to me, and then they come back to me saying कि हाँ आज मैंने रात को शावर टाइम पे कंडीशनर लगाया था, and her hair was very soft when it was dry, and she did let me touch her hair, because many kids, they don't even let their parents touch their hair, because they know that acha mama will come and comb my hair, it's painful. So we have to take small
hmm,
steps, baby steps, and make the process comfortable and joyful for the child, because uh, every parents, 90% of parents told me that the moment I pick up a comb, my daughter will run away. I said it's because she had such a traumatic experience, because you have been combing her hair dry and it's painful, that's why she runs away. So you need to keep the experience very joyful, and it will start with small steps. So start with only a mild shampoo and a conditioner. You don't have to buy a lot of products, and just see if you see a change, any changes, like if you see that her hair is getting softer with time and you're able to detangle her hair easily, then incorporate a curl cream. And once you incorporate a curl cream, there is no
okay.
looking back. You will just thank me forever. And they actually tell कि हाँ जनी बहुत changes आया है, and she is happy, and she also likes her ringlets, and she wants to keep her hair open and everything. So take baby steps, but yeah, these are very, very, and it's not, and people think कि, some people tell me नहीं, I don't want my child to think about their curls or think about fashion. ये fashion नहीं है, ये एक healthy routine है. Taking care of your curls and applying,
Hmm,
washing them with a shampoo, cleansing, cleaning your hair is a healthy routine. Moisturizing your hair is a healthy routine. It's not something
hmm,
related to fashion or you should look good. ये healthy routine है. Don't do it for 1 month, and you will find yourself in a position where your daughter's hair is extremely rough and dry and whatnot. Do it for 1 month, and you will find your daughter with very soft, healthy hair, which will also grow. Because you need to keep your scalp healthy, and it will happen only when you use a good shampoo, a mild cleanser. you will keep your hair healthy, and there won't be any split ends when you moisturize it by using a good conditioner. And so ये जो perspective है, हमें पहले ये change करना है. लोगों को लगता है कि हम ये सब नहीं करेंगे ये सुंदर दिखने के लिए या ये फैशन के लिए. This is not true. This is basic healthy routine. Just like you feed your child healthy food because you don't give junk food to your child. Similarly, you should give nice hair products for your child so that they also have a nice healthy hair. At the end of the day, it matters that how your curls. It doesn't matter how your curls look. It matters how your curls feel. That's what's matter.
Yeah, because even I feel like most of the people who have gotten into curly hair journey 2-3 years, like for me it's been 3 years now. 1.5 years were just spent
Right.
treating my damaged hair, because I treated
Right.
my hair like straight hair. So 1.5 year just damage
I'm
control.
glad that you at
So I
least
think
gave that
parents
1.5
can
year.
avoid
Many
that.
people don't do that. They're like, yaar, itna kuch kar, itne products खरीद लिए, अभी भी नहीं हो रहा. I tell them that first you have to treat the damaged hair. You have raised a very important point actually, Mahima, that people who are starting their journey and they have kind of straightened their hair in the past and did all kind of treatment, they should first focus on treating the damage. How you can repair the damage, and then you can start with a proper routine.
Yeah. And I had one last question for you, and then we will, start taking questions from the audience. So you guys
Sure.
can post your questions here. What are the 3 simple hacks or tips you would like to, share with all the go-getters out there to
So,
just
um,
maintain their curls, products
see,
wise.
I always tell that whenever you are plan your wash day so that you can give 10 minutes to 15 minutes to your curls or to your textured hair, and please use a leave-in conditioner and a gel, because that's only when you will get the desired results, and your curls will not dry out, your curls will not frizz out, your curls will remain intact. So that's tip number 1, because many people, they come and tell me कि मैंने मेरे बाल frizzy है, मैं सारे products use करती हूँ, and then when I ask them what products do you use, they say कि I use this, but I don't use a leave-in and a gel because I'm not very comfortable. I said कि then you will not get the desired results. So you need to add a leave-in condition, because curly hair thrives on moisture. Our textured hair is made in such a way that it will lose moisture throughout the day. Like in the morning, my curls were actually shining, but now it's like what 5:30, and I can see that it's become a little dry towards the end. So that's how our curl type texture is, and you can't do anything about it. So the only way is to keep them moisturized by using a leave-in conditioner and gel. Number 1. Number 2 tip, which is my personal experience. Again, it may vary. I like to deep condition my hair at least once in 10 days. So I always tell people. Many people don't follow it, their personal choice, but it has worked great for me. I do it actually weekly, to be very honest. I give that time every Sunday, and I do it weekly. And number 3 is obviously sleep on a satin pillowcase and a satin bonnet. If you can use both, well and good. There are some people who tell me I can't wear a bonnet. It's okay, just make a loose bun with a satin scrunchie, but at least sleep on a satin or a silk pillowcase. So these are 3 main tips, and 4 actually. And please do not comb your dry hair, because then the satin mehnat bekar ho jayegi and you are back to square one. So yeah.
No, so I think everyone, this 4 tips you should
Yes,
put
I
it
think
on your
you should,
wall,
because it's very important. It's very
the
important. But
wall. It is. And it's not
they're
hard to not
very
follow
easy.
them. They're
You just
very
need
easy.
to work on
So
your styling techniques. That's it. And it's very easy actually.
Yeah. So now we're going to take questions from the audience. Do any one of you have questions? I think someone had asked us what kind of shampoos they should use for their kids, what shampoos are safe
So
for children.
I did a
while
post on
back.
it where I have mentioned some kids friendly shampoo hair products. But however, I feel that when um, like I have three kids and they are aged 11, 8 and 7 years respectively, and I don't buy any specific kid related product for them. So I just use whatever I have with me. Instead of focusing on how the brand is selling the product, marketing the products like it's for kids, it's for adults, I think you should focus on the ingredients. Okay. So ideally one should have
Mm.
two types of shampoo, one a shampoo with sulfate and a shampoo and a milder shampoo, because you need to have sulfates in your shampoo to some extent, because they help in clarifying and removing the product buildup. And a mild shampoo for daily use. If you wash your child's hair frequently, like my boys, they go out for their sports activity daily, so they wash their hair daily. So they either use a co-wash or a mild shampoo on a daily basis. And since they have very short hair, तो वो जल्दी सूख जाता है. So I am okay with it. I personally don't follow
Mm.
any kids, specific kid marketed product, but I go with the ingredients and that's it.
Yeah. Because generally most
Mm.
curly hair products are also very natural, and
Yeah,
I mean,
all the curly hair products are,
generally
yeah, they are
are
mild actually, and they
very.
use some really good ingredients. They have non-water soluble silicones, and they have some non-drying alcohols. There's a very good question from somebody called Nidhi Curlfit, that a dermatologist recommended that using a sulfate-free shampoo can actually ruin your scalp health. What's your take on it? I agree with the person, because if you only use a very mild shampoo, it may not remove all the dirt and product buildup. So let's say somebody, if you're someone who is swimming on a daily
Mm.
basis, or like for my boys who go out for their sports session, they play football and
Mm.
cricket, and they come back with dirt and dust and whatnot. If I use a mild shampoo on daily basis, then it will not remove all the products, and it will lead to product with build up dandruff, and it will clog the scalp pores, and eventually it will affect your hair health. So yes, it's always advisable to have a sulfate shampoo as well. However, like it again depends on hair type. Like like I'll be very honest, my hair is not very fond of shampoo. So it may sound very weird to many people. Whenever I use shampoo on all my wash days, my hair feels very dry, irrespective of the fact that even if I use a conditioner and a gel. But if I alternate with a very mild shampoo, and if I alternate with a co-wash, my hair feels happy. So you need a sulfate shampoo. But again, if you use a sulfate shampoo on all your wash day, then it will kind of remove the natural oils and lipids from your scalp and hair as well. तो वो और ज़्यादा problematic है. So anything extreme is bad. So use a balanced way. So alternate with a sulfate-free shampoo, or use a sulfate shampoo once a week and use a mild shampoo on at least twice a week. So that way you can balance, and the oil balance on your hair.
So, Genia, thank you so much. I think today you have given us so much knowledge, from, curl hacks to like other interesting stuff, like you've spoken about a range of things, and it's been such a fun session. Like, I know that I have to now incorporate some basic
No, you have
routines
lovely
now.
curls.
Like,
Yeah.
just like it's good because I've just like it's true. I really like your
Yeah,
satin
I
scarf on your
always
chair
have
idea.
one in
I
my
think
office and also at
that is
home. So yeah, I wear
that is such a smart move, because
that.
the hair gets
Exactly,
really dry
exactly.
sitting on
And
the
let's be
chair. So
honest,
I think,
sometimes it's not always possible to keep your hair in a bun. So you have a formal meeting, you have people coming around, so you need to look
yeah,
presentable as well.
yeah.
So then I take off the bun, but I make sure that my chair is covered with a satin scarf. It always works for me.
Thank you so much, Jeannie. I think, we all feel like, I think today we've covered a
Right,
very interesting issue, which is,
right,
curly hair
right.
routine for busy people, because this is something that a lot of people feel. And I think if anyone right now is still contemplating how to like do your journey, I think they should just watch this
Yeah,
live session.
it's
It's going to
very
go on
simple.
a
So to
feed.
summarize, I'll
So
just say
yeah.
that to start your journey, you need to have an open mind. You need to incorporate a leave-in cream and a gel, and you don't have to follow all the styling techniques which you see on the internet. Just comb your hair after applying conditioner and a cream, and just scrunch in a gel. You will get very good results. And of course, curl protection is very important. So sleep on a satin bonnet and keep your hair in bun most of the time. Weekly deep conditioning is something which I always suggest, but it again, you have to see as per your schedule, and keep your hair moisturized as much as you can. This way you can have healthy hair, and will you can delay your wash day. Sometimes you can delay your wash day up to 5 to 6 days as well. So these are the basics you need to follow, and I think you are good to go.
Thank you so much, Julia. I think this has been again, I can say it again, but it's been such a good session. I had so much fun, and we
Sure,
hope we can do it
sure,
again with
sure.
you sometime soon. And just share as much as awareness about
That's
curly hair,
what
because
Curlvana
at the end
is
of the
also
day,
doing.
like the
That's I'm so
community is
glad that
all.
they came up with some really good products, and I am so glad that you guys came up with. You did not come up with a lot of products to confuse the audience. You just came up with basic four main products which we need for a wash, which is a shampoo, a
Hmm.
conditioner, a leave-in cream, and a gel, and of course a deep conditioner for
Yeah.
weekly treatment. So I always tell people that in case you're confused, just go and buy one bundle from Curlvana, and you are good to go. You don't have to invest on multiple products, and the products are meant for all hair type, which is another plus. I mean, be it wavy hair, be it curly, be it kinky, they have worked for all hair types. So yeah, congratulations for you on the formulation, and on such amazing products as well. I like the cream and the gel a lot. The combination has worked great for me. So yeah, congratulations to you guys as well.
That is lovely to hear, and congratulations to you too, Jenny. Like, loving what you're doing out there, and hopefully next live session I'll be wearing some under
I would be
Jenny
so
too.
happy to see that.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So now we can call it a wrap. Thank you again, Julia. Have a great weekend. Now you can just,
Sure,
I think,
sure. I'm
I mean,
Saturday. I'm still at work, so I don't know when my weekend's gonna start.
yeah.
I hope so.
Hopefully on Sunday.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
Julia.
you, guys. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
joining.
everyone, for joining.
All
Really glad
right.
you're
All
here.
right. Bye. Bye.
Okay. Bye.